This is my first live video, so I'm here to do the Louis Vuitton cup. So hopefully I can see if anybody is going to be joining before we get started. So I'll wait a few minutes. Thank you. I'm actually kind of excited. I've had a lot of people ask me to do lives on these, and a long time ago I bought a tripod and figured I would try it out today since everybody asked for some help. And if you guys have any questions, then go ahead and ask away, and I'll just wait a few minutes and then I can get started. But here I'll show you just my little setup over here. And by the way, I had surgery, so I have 5 pins put in, so I'm kind of one-handed, 1.5. But here is one of my cups that I did prep on and did a little sanding. Then I spray painted the base brown and waited for that to dry. And then what I did after that was just, actually what I found, I tried Loctite, but I love Loctite, but I tried something new with Gorilla Spray, and it is amazing. I love it. I love the Gorilla adhesive spray. So I sprayed that, did a good coat of my brown glitter, which is awesome. And this is actually the first coat of epoxy. I usually do one coat, wait for it to see if it's smooth enough. If it's not smooth enough, then I do another coat, because you definitely want to make sure that you smooth out your cup before you put your vinyl on, because your vinyl will show every single bump that you have on it. I noticed that I accidentally hit something on my first coat, so I just put epoxy, sprinkled some glitter on it, and yay, Gorilla Spray. I definitely need to do another coat of epoxy on this before. So I actually do all of it, and usually I tape off the inside just with my electrical tape, and I just round that right around there on the inside. But I do it after I put my football in. So I just have my little football here. My husband actually made me some more of these because I have a 6-cup turner over there that I love. I figured I was gonna go big or just go home. So yeah, I just took little footballs. And the cool thing about it is I actually get the footballs from Dollar Tree, and they have these arrows on the end, and we just pull them out, and it already has a hole in it. If you need to make any extra ones, they work perfect. So, and perfect, but I like to have mine in there when I'm doing my cup. That way I can hold on to it and vinyl it, which is the fun part. So anyway, that's my first step. So that's my prep. I usually do a lot of them. I have fun doing them, and it's actually a good practice to be able to put them down and be able to line them up. So let's see here. So my measurements that I do, I start with my cup, and I do the 20 ounce. I do the 20 ounce skinnies. I think they're a lot easier. The weird thing is it kind of looks like it's exactly the same on top and bottom, but if you measure it, it's a tad bit off. So I measured the top and noticed how the top is about a little over 9 1/4, and at least on a couple of my cups I did with different brand ones. This one is 8 3/4. So the bottom is a little smaller than the top. So when you're putting on your vinyl, you kind of gotta remember when you're putting it on, a little closer at the bottom, a little further at the top, or you're gonna have some wonky lines. So that's how I did that. And when I did that, I figured since one was about 9 and 9.25 measurement, I actually did a little under that, knowing that I was going to be spacing them out just a little bit more than what the sheet had. And I like the, sorry, I got some weird light here. I like the sizing on this. So when I place it on the cup, if I want to space it out just a little bit more, I can, and I've got some left over. So out of all the cups, I usually have a few rows left over, and I will definitely show you how I cut them after I weed. I'll show you how I weed, because I found some awesome ways of weeding these and some awesome tools with tweezers that I have, and I can just bump, 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 bump real quick. These are the best tweezers ever. And the only reason I got lucky with this is because I am a licensed medical aesthetic and I have my beautician license. So I get the tiny little tweezers. And I have ones that have little hooks on them on the end. So usually I use this. This, don't really use it that much. I think it depends on your vinyl too. Some vinyl is so sticky and some is just giving and it just comes right up. So I thought maybe there was a way that I can look here on my computer so I can be able to pull up for you guys. On my Cricut Design, just to show you. So this is the first time I'm doing this, so I might have to take the phone off to do this for a minute here. So as you see, I just have that on there, and I just go ahead and make it, and it ends up being a 9x9. So I get huge rolls of Oracle and just cut them. I pre-cut them so I can place them, and I already got one pre-cut for you guys, so I can just go ahead and start kind of weeding. And yes, tweezers. I am addicted to really good tools, so I actually go to the hobby store. Hobby stores have the best tools because you are working with tedious stuff, and so I get my X-Acto knife from there. I actually got a pair of really good tweezers from there, from the hobby store, and they're real tiny and sharp and work perfect. So I got to figure out how I can put this down a little bit so you guys can kind of see. Sorry, just trying to figure this lighting thing out so you guys can see kind of what I'm dealing with here. I think that's just the way it's going to be. So is what I do is, as you see, there's a Louis Vuitton name at the end. I cut that right off. And I put it aside. I do that later. I want to make sure that everything's lined up when I wrap it around my cup. before I put that on it. I actually don't put that on first. I put that on last. So is what I do is always make sure, because you can get really confused, but I take a cup and I'm like, oh, yep, all these pieces need to have these. So I just go through and remove every single one of these little, and I'm able to stack them. Yeah, easy. Then if I want to, I can use the other side and just start. And if for some reason you don't grab them, you can go back with your tweezers, but I grab them, get rid of. Yay, thanks Kat. I'm glad that you guys found me. This is so new to me and I'm really excited that you guys wanted to do this. So it's always hard doing firsts, but I was kind of worried about my craft room because it's my office / dress room / craft room. So I've kind of taken it over. SVG Brandy. Actually, this I bought off Etsy. So I know people were asking me about what font I used. I just went right to the source and bought it straight from Etsy, and I was able to resize it. There are a couple different ones, and this is the one I liked. I did buy one a while ago, and I'll show you. Let me grab it. My very first Louis Vuitton cup was not my favorite, but it was just on a, I mean, that's cute and stuff, but I didn't like how I cut around just to get this Louis Vuitton on, and I don't think I really liked the placement of these, so it was just a practice cup, and it was really hard because you go from here to whoop. So I recommend, if you're gonna do it on 20 ounce. It's easy, a lot easier. So, okay, so let's go back to this. Thanks, my eyelashes. Yeah, I went to school for that. I can't do myself, but I definitely I just like to not have any makeup on, so I just go and get my lashes done. It's great. It's kind of like my pampering. And I don't know how I picked up this hobby, but I have rheumatoid arthritis and psoriatic arthritis, so I've had a really long year. And actually what really got me into doing this too is I was diagnosed with thyroid cancer, and I got my thyroid removed, and I am free of cancer. Yay! So it's enough to celebrate for, but I have a very good supportive family. So if you can see this, I just go through, and hopefully you can see it. It's real easy once you have really good sharp tweezers. Sometimes I grab the little hooked ones, and they're so sharp that but you can go real quick. Thank you guys. So yeah, make sure you always check your thyroid. I didn't even know really what it was before my doctor found a lump, so yeah. But it's always good to take care of your health. Actually, my arthritis actually ate up my cartilage in my hand and in my wrist, so I was bone on bone, so they had to go in, and the only way to repair it was to put screws and a plate in. So I was down for 2 weeks, but I'll tell you what, I still managed to find a way to do what I could for the 2 weeks that I had a really big cast on. But now just going through physical therapy. But my physical therapist has me doing tumbler rollers so I can sit in here and roll on a tumbler, which is kind of cool. But if you guys can see like how easy this is really good paper. I mean, it's just, and wait till I take it off the paper. It just works so good. So, but this to me is therapeutic. This is why I was saying I love doing these, and it's quick, like real quick. You kind of got to look at it again just to make sure, because it's a lot of stuff going on, but it looks great. So if you can see, usually I just use these tweezers. I don't even need, I literally don't use this that much, very rarely. But if you can see this, I literally don't even press down on this. I literally just pull it and see that I've missed one. And voila, guys. So there's that. That came off so easy. Thank you. Actually, it's pretty good. It comes out pretty easy, so usually last night I got rid of all the contact paper that I use. I usually use kind of, once I cut them out, I usually kind of put it off to the side and I'll reuse it on the next cup. Sometimes it makes it easier when I'm reusing it. Sonia, yeah, it's horrible. I'm actually on Humira, so... Brandy, yeah, I'd probably get my thyroid removed 10 times over than have to go through this again, so... yes, I missed one and I found it. Yeah, crafting is very therapeutic. So, this vinyl is 651. You always want to use 651 vinyl when you're doing cups, because it's something that'll be washed and it's non-removable. So you want to do the 651. This is, I don't know if you can see it, but that's what I have. I just ordered a huge roll of it, and then I just have my nifty cutter. I love it. I don't know if any of you know this, but this took me a long time to figure out that this had some long apparatus thing that came out. I had no idea this was here, but it's awesome. This thing is awesome. I bought two because it was like a 2-for-1 deal. And just to let you know too, I use my light grip a lot. It's what I use for a lot of mine. It's barely sticky, and I love the fact that I can put it, take it off, and it's actually really dirty, but it works really good. Dirty is good sometimes. Okay, so I'm going to... Here's my contact paper I actually get from Target, so it works awesome. Is what I do to start out. I actually measure my sheet of contact paper and just roughly cut exactly what yeah, I just cut exactly what this sheet is. Lisa, exactly. I did not know. It's tucked away. It's so tucked away. And it just goes whoop. That way you don't have to, I mean, I don't know what I would have done if I would have had to think that I only had a measurement of 4 inches trying to measure something. So, yeah. And this little piece thing that I have, right, this mat, awesome. Love it because I can use my X-Acto knife on it if I need to cut anything, and it's not going to cut this up. And I love that too. Okay, So is what I do is, since I hope, can you guys all see okay? Because that's as far as my phone will go down. So when I first start out, I wore a scarf today. I live in Portland, Oregon, and I wore a scarf today, and it's a brand new scarf, and fuzzies got all over, so that was fun. Okay, so usually is what I do is I bend this back and I place it down and hope that I can get this on straight, nice and straight. If not, you can always add more contact on areas. So hopefully you can see that. And just pull it away and it kind of just works itself down. I don't press really hard. Sometimes it seems like every time when I go to weed the other side, the little dots want to stick and I always have to push them down. So hopefully through this video we have time to be able to do that. If you have to come back, I get it, but it's just each time you have to like put the dot down. So I've got my paper on the whole thing, and I will show you guys too. I first started out with one at a time, but I've kind of got good enough to where I could do two. I think that once you get comfortable enough, you can start doing two at a time. I actually can do three at a time. I think if you go any bigger than that, then you're gonna start offsetting everything. So I do three. And ooh, Kayla, I want to see your cup. You can find the Louis Vuitton file. I go to Etsy and I buy it. I feel like the best thing to do is support your small businesses. So I actually do buy a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff I make myself, but I'm right up there on buying stuff to support people. So, which is awesome. But it was so cheap. Like it was maybe $3-4 or something. It was not that expensive. So when I cut, I'm gonna do a jagged around here, and then I'm gonna weed. And I always wanna make sure that I work my way over, so I keep everything in line. So is what I'm gonna do is maybe I can stand up and cut. So I'm gonna doing everything backwards, so I'm gonna start this way. So cut this way. Then I set this part aside, and I do not press on this. I feel like for some odd reason, the backing of this, it does tend to stick a little more sometimes. There's times where I have to pull the paper away because the paper wants to stick to the contact paper, and the contact paper is not that strong. So sometimes though, reusing it, sorry, I got stickies everywhere. So hopefully you can see me. You know what? I would love to live near all of you. I don't want to be in Portland anymore. It's too cold. No, it's not bad. We have really good summers, but I've learned so much from so many people on these sites. I sit and watch a lot of YouTube videos. I did so much research before I started even touching a cup. I was so nervous, and we all have to start somewhere. So I was excited when you guys wanted to see how I did this, and I actually knocked out 5 cups last night in like probably 3 hours, just by cutting, weeding, and taking, you know, each line. So yeah, but is what I do is I'm one-handed, so I'm still trying to, I just kind of pull, and as you can see, the little dots hopefully you guys can see. The little dots want to stay, so sometimes I gotta flip them over. Of course, that has to do it on the first one. And sometimes and if they do, just, I usually put the paper back down, press it move it where it needs to be, and move down and kind of pull down. But the dots, you pretty much have to work your way onto the paper. Some of them work really well and stay, and some don't. But as you see, I mean, even if I was to press, this paper, for some reason, sticks to my vinyl. And I will tell you one thing that I've noticed. If I pre-cut like 4 sheets at a time and I don't finish that and I come back the next day, my paper seems to stick to my vinyl way too much. So the fresher you can cut and do it, the quicker, you know, the easier it's gonna be. So that's what I've noticed. It's just, this paper gets like cooked. I've tried a couple different ways. I thought maybe one day I could put a little heat gun on the back to see if it wouldn't do it. Oh no, that didn't work. So, and I think one thing you'll have to just get used to is learning to eyeball your lines. I started out with, so there's that. So I first, this cup is all ready. I did take alcohol little pads. I have these, sorry, let me look for them. I actually bought a bunch of these. They're non-woven, come here now, just lint-free. I lost a dot. There it is. Pads, and I love them. And again, that's because I can go to the beauty supply house, but you can go to like a Sally's or whatever. But these are awesome because I can just wipe my cups down with them, and I love them. So I've already wiped it with alcohol. Normally, I take my cup and put it on my lap, but we're gonna try something new today. I did, sorry, looking for, look what happens when you clean your space. You can't find anything. Oh, there it is. Okay, so at first I started taking my blue tape, and if you feel more comfortable doing this, then by gosh, do it. Oh, masking tape. Yeah, that's a good idea too. I've heard so many different ways. I do need to try something different. There's so many little dots that you deal with. So, oh, Brandy, you lucky ducky. I need a she shed. I'm not kidding. I have, this is a 1946 house, and it's gorgeous. But as you see, this room has beautiful wood paneling. Like, we won't, everything's just stuck to the walls. We definitely won't put holes in it. No holes in our walls. So when I have like over 200 glitters and I don't have anywhere to put them in here, I have to put them in another room. Well, right now they're in a big bin, like all in little shakers, but I got to put them in something. So Brandy, maybe later PM me and show me. After I wipe it with alcohol, does it affect if you touch it with clean hands? I haven't had any problem, because I'll tell you what, I have touched it, alcohol all over my hands and everything. If you put a row on and it's not straight, it takes me forever to get it off. And even it's sticky on the cup. Like, it sticks really good. So you kind of got to be careful a little bit. I do a lot of air, putting down air. Oh, no, air. And sometimes, and it might happen today, I'll put one down and then I'll have to pick it back up and one will get stuck on there. So that's why I have a lot of extra ones. Some have a couple missing, some don't. It's a good sign when I don't have any missing. That means I think I did pretty good. But one thing I do is I keep my extra paper, because once I place these, I actually keep that contact paper that I use to put on the cup, take it off, and I put it on here in a row, and it helps me remember that on the next one I can just take it off and line it back up and cut and reuse my contact paper for, you know, maybe 5 cups or more. But I usually do 4 or 5 cups, and then but I have a lot of reusable type of contact paper that I've used. So those are from IKEA, and I painted them. They're IKEA bag holders, and I have so much more vinyl. I just couldn't fit to where I could reach over my turner. So, because I have my heat press there too. So, and it's like a little craft table that I got. Guys, I got that for $50. How lucky is that? Yeah, when I first started. So, okay. So I made this nifty little, it's a little Cricut. I learned my lesson that you don't need to glue it. But it's a cup holder. Holds my cup. And that way, when I'm sitting here trying to vinyl, I have a little holder. These are pool noodles. I had to go on a free site, my local free site, and ask if some kid would be willing to give me their pool noodles. So, let me see here. Trying to figure out a good way. Brandy, from where? That's a good deal. Oh, you made one of these, Clarissa? Clarissa? Okay. Yeah, next time I'm not going to glue it. That way I know. And also I learned too, I think it's easier to either have it straight or to have it where it's angled. I'm not sure. So anyway, I work this way, so I don't know. So either or, it looks great to me. I don't usually use tape, but if you need to, you can line it up by putting your tape down. But you will get so used to this. So I always start with my edge facing me, so I know where I need to go with the next one. So pretty much I eye the first one. I know that's going to be really hard to teach anybody, but if you stand up and you have a holder, I'm able to eye it, and usually is what I do is place it lightly, and then I lightly press my finger over it, and I just go lightly this way and then down. And then once it's good, I just press it. Pull it off. And then I place it on my paper here. Actually, I'm not really good about it. I actually place it over on my desk on the side, and I just let it hang once I get going. So then I've got that one done. And then since I already have these and the contact paper on there. I should have never worn a scarf today that was not washed. Then I'm gonna cut the next 2 rows. The color, it's a metallic gold. Yeah, just metallic gold. I've seen gold color. I kind of wanted it shiny. I wanted it to stand out. And I love metallic. I love anything that shines. I think we all do. Oh, good. Clarissa. Nice. Oh, yes. The craft table. Sorry, I'm just catching up on some stuff. Yeah, Erin, the over-the-door spice rack for your glitter, that is awesome, but I literally, please don't mind my room, but I'm going to show you. I'll turn you around for a minute. There. Yeah, I've got like literally over 200 glitters and more in a bag. So, if you understand my pain, I need to have a bookcase. So, there we go. I have a lot of glitter. It's called root beer. Yeah. And I've had a couple people do different colors, but I kind of like the root beer color. It's more of a brown. So we're gonna do the next row, and each row, like each section sticks a little differently. But once you get it down, it goes fast. The only thing you have to keep following are those dots. They are just a pain in the behind. But they'll stick to your paper pretty quick. But I'm telling you, these are awesome. I hope you guys can see me. I order my glitters from all over. Like, I literally, if somebody has a cup and I see a glitter color, I ask where they got it, and sometimes I go right on there and just order glitters. I have the same type of shakers because I love the shakers. They're actually, they have really big holes, and they are 3 ounces, I believe. 4 ounces, 3.5. And anytime I buy glitter, I at least buy the 2 ounce or more. But if I know I'm going to be using a lot of it, then. These tweezers are tweezers for eyelashes. I'm licensed eyelash. I'm a medical aesthetic. So I'm in the medical esthetician field. So I've got my license. So that's where I get them. But yeah, they're the best. And these are my favorite too. The big guys that have hooks in them. Yes, Stephanie, yay. That's where I get root beer. So, and the shakers are from Atlantic Spice Company. They're the best, and they ship quick. I usually buy 50 at a time because I know I'm gonna fill them up real quick. I'm addicted to glitter. I'm really addicted to glitter. So, okay, so we're gonna do the next row. But as you can see, like if you do 3 rows, it does go a little bit faster, but so I'm gonna turn it and I'm gonna eyeball it again, and you're gonna eyeball it. Make sure you compensate for the top and the bottom. And then you just kind of press. Hopefully you can see that, guys. Then I figure at the end, if you guys are interested, I have one cup that I can show you how I mix my epoxy and flood pour it on. And I use Pro Marine if you guys ask. I haven't used anything else because I really haven't had any problems. So if I have had a problem, it's probably my problem. But one thing my husband put in is a ventilation system in my room, and I am able to epoxy in my room here, and I have a space heater that you guys can see down there, and I leave it at 75 degrees. And I leave it usually all night long. So, hi, I'm on a live.
Can I have dessert?
Yes. If you ate all your dinner.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So, if you guys can see, okay. But if I can bend it a little bit more, then my dot usually will stay down a little bit more. But see, if you just really... And see, the paper has come down a little bit on that one, so it's what I have to do is grab it from the side. And that's what's good about these scissors is, I'm sorry, not scissors, tweezers, is I can pull it away from that cardboard backing piece. Robin, the letters are not print and cut. It's actually an SVG that I bought off of Etsy, and the vinyl that I cut it with is metallic gold, and I use 20-ounce skinnies. It's easier. You don't have to do that, but for at least wintertime, that's what I do. Summertime, I'm sure people are going to want bigger cups. But, what else? And I just cut it, I think I put the sizing of the sizing is 8.56 inches by 8.691. So when you actually print it, it'll be 9 by 9. So you have a 9 by 9 sheet. So, little recap. My vinyl holder. Behind me, oh, the vinyl holder. Those are from IKEA. Yeah. Okay. So pretty much the challenge of this is just going straight. So you'll see at the top, have to go a little bit wider, the lower, but you won't even be able to tell when your cup is done. You will not even see it. It's so slight. It's literally under an inch. I don't remember exactly, maybe 0.75 or something, but so usually you will get so used to eyeballing this and you just lightly press, and then I work my way down. I hope, even though this is a Louis Vuitton, I hope this helps with a lot of other type of vinyl, because when I first started this, it took me forever to do one cup. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. There is no way I'm making these for any gifts or anything. They are a pain in my butt. But now, I love them. I love them. Once you have everything set up, and it becomes easier. So, yeah, I think so. This is my first live, so, but I actually was okay to do this. So, I believe it'll be posted. I hope so. So it'll help other people with, you know, how to do tedious little work like this. 'Cause it, you know, it's just, definitely... What, honey? My son is peeking in. So, I use a Cricut Maker. So, I love it. Love, love, love. I actually have an Air 2 and a bye. I have a Cricut Maker and my Air 2. I was planning on getting 2 because so I can print one, work on the other, but don't need to do that right now, and I don't have the space. I haven't done with one with a zipper. Thank you. Yeah, the vinyl. Oh, this metallic vinyl, Clarissa. Yeah. So, where is everybody from? Are you guys from like East Coast? Is anybody from the West Coast? I would love to. Yeah, I've seen the one with the zipper. I'm gonna have to challenge myself. I think the next one I want to do is a Geode Cup. And ooh, Casey, I want to see it. I did my first Geode Cup, and oh my gosh, I'm so in love with it that I don't even want to sell it. I don't want to get rid of it. Ooh, Long Island. I've been there. I've been to Long Island. Been to Manhattan. My girlfriend lives in Long Island. It's been a long time since I've been there, but Hawaii, we got married in Hawaii on the island of Maui. So much fun. I love Hawaii. I'm sure you probably are like, I don't know how long you've lived there. Sweet, everybody. Carolyn, I don't know how long you've been in Hawaii, but if you've been there a long time, are you getting kind of, see, this is where it sticks. If you can see where it sticks to the paper, kind of hurt. There you go. That's where I have to pull it away. So, Kentucky, Chicago, yay! Tennessee, Illinois, wow! Washington, D.C., I've been there too. I used to work for a race team, so I traveled a lot. Louisiana. Have any of you been in Oregon? I know it doesn't rain all the time. No, it doesn't. So now I'm gonna get a little closer on the bottom and kind of pull away on the top. I'm glad this live is going better than I thought, because I thought, oh my gosh, it's going to mess up or something's going to happen. But that's what's great about lives, is We all learn from our mistakes. So I usually don't do the cups and epoxy right away. I usually like to let them sit a little bit so they can kind of settle. That way they settle straight, flat, down, and we're good to go on that. But if I'm in a hurry and I need to, that's good. I'm okay with that. Tristan Riley, get out. Okay. Okay. Oh, good. Yeah, September's usually really nice. And Olivia, I am making a Louis Vuitton cup and just kind of showing how to be able to place them pretty straight. So yeah, hopefully you'll be able to watch the replay. I did a fabric cup. Let me get you a couple cups. So this is a fabric cup that I did. It's my first fabric cup, but I noticed I only did 2 layers of Mod Podge, so my epoxy leaked in there. I learned a lesson. This is actually going to be for my son, but I learned that you definitely have to make sure that you put a lot of Mod Podge on, because yeah. So that's my first fabric cup. I've only been doing cups maybe a couple months, so. And I did a wood grain with a alcohol inks. So I'm excited to do a couple different lives and see. And this was my Geode I'm still working on, but this is the Geode. So pretty. I'm so addicted to glitter. I just want to keep making, keep making, keep making. So definitely. Thank you, Ashley. He is actually, I've got good kids. I have one 16-year-old that's straight A and my other son is tag. So they're good kids. Very good. And then I have a big dog downstairs that they're taking care of for me, Doberman. My husband should be up here anytime saying hi from work. Amber, the glitter on the Geode. Yeah, they, that's the hard part about doing these Geodes is I never remember. I should probably write down what I did, but I never remember what glitters I use. I just kind of dump them on, but I'll tell you the best way to do these chunky glitters is Epoxy Method, and that's how I did this one. I laid down my epoxy and you do a thin coat, sprinkle it on, let it dry, go from there. So thank you. Hi, Amber. My first live, and Amber's on, but she has been my mentor ever since I started. Hi, Amber. How do I get my bubbles out? My bubbles come out with this. Yeah, my heat gun, Amazon. Yeah. Amber, I just saw that you PM'd me, but I couldn't respond. Where do I buy my glitter? My glitter is bought from all over. I bought some from Amber. I've bought some from Glitter Glams. Oh gosh, all over the place. I can't even begin to tell you. Tons of places. People write down where they get them, and I just go online and I order. So you kind of just got to watch videos and I do a lot of scrolling and reading, and I do a lot of studying, writing things down. So yeah, Tina, it's so hard for me to remember what colors I use, but I just kind of sprinkle and is what I need to do. I have order forms now, so when somebody actually does buy a cup, I want to be able to write down what glitter, what companies, so people can ask in case they want to. Where did I get the prints for Louis Vuitton? Etsy, Jay. I bought them from Etsy. And my braces come off December 21st. They look great. So, yeah. I've had them on for like 3 years, but this is like the second time I've had them. Yaya's is good. Mr. Nola, yeah, it's not a business for me, Tina. I am so new to it. I pretty much have done just friends and family type stuff, but it seems like everywhere I go, like I went to my doctor today, I have to get monthly blood tests, and I bling out my shoes. Let me show you. This is what got me started into crafting. I did Swarovski crystals on my Nikes. That was fun. So I'm really big into bling. That's where I started, and it just tedious little work. I'm not sure. Actually, I can't look right now. I'll have to go back into the messages, and I can post what Etsy shop and show you what it is. Actually, let me see. I have Etsy open. I can do this. Okay. Purchases. I love that I can look up my purchases. I do this a lot. Here it is. So, Elena Gifts. Shop Elena Gifts. So, it's all one word. Shop, E-L-E-N-A, Gifts. Yeah, that is where I purchased it from, and it was $2.99. I mean, let's support the small businesses, right? What did I use to get them to stay put? Jesse, E6000 glue. Easy. You just gotta do a little at a time and do it with a toothpick and put them on. My phone went dead. Where did you get your pink tweezers from? Actually, I got them in a kit when I took my eyelash class. So I don't know where I got them from, but I have my business license for medical aesthetics, so I get discounted. I get my stuff 50% off, so yeah. Tina, cups will be good, and you can market yourself by blinging out all your shoes, walk around. I just made a little business card just for fun, and I made so many things. So you should bling out your bowling shoes, because bowling shoes are kind of boring. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Karen, yeah, it says, let me open that and see, but it's Shop Elena Gifts. Oh, now it says the member you're looking for doesn't exist. Uh-oh. Okay, well, we'll have to get together, everybody get together and try to figure it out. Maybe she doesn't do that anymore. We'll figure something out. We'll figure something out. Because this is a good one. Maybe she doesn't do it anymore. I don't know. Okay. We're getting there, guys. I think only 2 or 3 more rows, and then I can put the Louis Vuitton name on. See? When you slowly... See, this is great for me to show you, because see how that dropped? Well, it kind of went on good. But you have to be careful. Looks great to me. Yeah. I got lucky there. Okay, I got lucky. Whew. So now I'm going to finish the rest. I got really lucky, guys. It dropped pretty close to where I wanted it. Okay. Yay, bye-bye braces, Sonia. I'm having, it's actually the same night that, we have an elf party at, like, a McMinimums. I don't know if you guys have those around, but, it's called our tribe of girls that we went to school with, and, we all do, I actually don't have a job because of this, but I did graduate doing that. But we're all going to take a night and go to watch the Elf movie and have cocktails and food. And it's the night that I get my braces off. So we're going to party for that too. I got to celebrate. I really have missed out on so much, like corn on the cob and biting into an apple with caramel on it and so much. I really do miss, yeah. We're getting there, guys. It's looking good. It's looking good. We only need probably 2 more rows and we'll be able to put the Louis Vuitton on. Maybe Olivia. Yep. You're right. Hi, Dawn. My 9-year-old is addicted to apples. I couldn't be more happier. If he wanted to have apples for lunch and dinner, I'm okay with it. He loves apples. I mean, I will buy the best Honeycrisp apples and definitely let him eat apples all day long. Don't remind me all that food. The Tumbler, it's a 20-ounce skinny. And like I was saying before, the top is a little bit bigger than the bottom. It doesn't look like it, but when you measure it, it's probably about a little under an inch of size difference. So when you actually lay out your vinyl pieces, you kind of got to compensate a little to the up, a little to the up, a little to the up. Each time you put it down on the bottom, just keep moving it up a little bit. It's you can't even see it when you're done. You can't even see the difference. It's crazy. So you're welcome, Keisha. I have to say, I've watched a lot of Amber Swigby's videos, and I'll tell you what, she's so easy at doing this that she just gave me the confidence. So and I was so nervous texting her. I'm like, I'm so nervous. You know, it's like being on stage, but not really. And you want to make sure you do it right. There's no right way. It's okay to mess up. It's okay. And I think it's good for all of us to help each other. I've met a couple really cool people today on just my posts that I made, and a lot of them personal messaged me, and I've made some new friends. I'm kind of excited. And we're all here to help each other, and I'm really excited about that. I will answer questions all day because you know what? I started out not knowing anything. And it feels good when someone helps you, because I've seen too many sites where people write down and nobody helps them. Nobody says anything. So the decals are 8.56 inches across. I'm sorry, tall, and the width is 8.691. So when you go to the next page, when you say make it, it'll be 9 by 9. Low network connection. Okay, good. Whew. Don't lose me. Don't lose me. I don't know how to get back on if that happens. Hopefully you're all good. Can I friend you? Sure, Tina. Yeah, would love it. Okay. Oh, yeah, I did radiation after my thyroid cancer, and that was in May, June, July, August, actually September. I just got done with my radiation, so when I got my full body scan and I'm cleared of my cancer, let's pray it doesn't come back. Okay. So yeah, you always want to make sure you eyeball it and really get close. The fun game of this is seeing how straight you are at the end. Usually it's pretty good. Usually it's pretty good. But this is why I reuse these. I literally just tape them off to the side, like right here, dun 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 dun, on the edge, and then I just grab them as I go. And my next sheet, actually, instead of placing a whole sheet on, I will put this, I'll measure it and see, oh, it goes on that way, okay, and I'll just place it on and cut, and I can reuse these strips. They're awesome. That way you don't have to keep wasting your contact paper, because you know how we all need to save money, because we have to buy diapers. I don't have to buy diapers. And thank you, Becky. Thank you, Sonia. The little holder. You know, I took a picture, and that's another thing. If you guys PM me, I took a picture of somebody's measurements and pieces, and actually it was really easy. There was like 4 cross pieces, and like, yeah, it was pretty simple. I need to look at my cup here and see. So I'm looking, and it looks like I need 1 more row here, and then I'll have just enough room to put my Louis Vuitton lettering. So I'll just cut 1 row off this. Does anybody have any Netflix favorites they like to watch? Because I just got done watching Making a Murderer, and I got done watching The Ozarks. OMG. Because on the back side of you, I have a nice big screen TV, and I just watch TV, and yeah. Yes, root beer. Carolyn root beer. Root beer, Alyssa. Sonia, when I get done and I want to go back and I'll read all the messages, and if you guys have questions, I can go back and post a picture or anything that I have. Stephen Avery is guilty. Oh, God, that's such a hard one. Such a hard one. Oh, man, I tell you. It is... Yeah. It is on, oh, I thought it was on season 2 right now, so. But yeah, The Crown, okay, I need to make sure I watch that. Because I'm just literally before this, I got done with the Ozarks, and oh my gosh. I'm telling you guys, whew. Definitely don't watch it around kids. It's got, that's why I watch it up here. It's got cuss words and just stuff. Yeah. Not for kids. I love crime shows and Okay. Last row, yay. Have you seen How to Get Away with Murder? I think there's a couple different ones on that. Blacklist, that's a good one. Designated Survivor. Where did I order it from? Let's see. House on the Haunted Hill, I heard is good. Alyssa, where did I order what from? Franny, it's Glitter Glams. Yes, How to Get Away with Murder, sweet. The patterns, Brittany, are from Etsy. I bought them from Etsy. The one I bought from Etsy is no longer there. We just checked. But they do have other ones. Okay, wow, that looks great. So, did pretty good. So now I'm going to weed out the Louis Vuitton that we cut from the bottom. Easy peasy. I usually cut pretty close because I just don't want the contact paper to hit any other of my final pieces that I've already placed. And again, I just measure this, cut it. I actually cut it exactly to that size, so that way every time that I need it, I just lay it over it. I usually wear an apron, guys, but I don't think I need an apron for vinyl. I'm messy. I really am messy. So I go through a ton of baby wipes. Baby wipes are the best for epoxy. Baby wipes. Oh, yeah. Let's weed this. So we only have to take out the O's. And again, these are the best. Bodyguard. Cool. Sonia, the Louis Vuitton will be approximately 9 by 9. I will show you when I'm done. I'll mix some up and I'll somehow be able to move you over and I'll show you how I epoxy one of my cups. And I actually do a flood coat. I use contact paper and I buy it from Target. Yep. This big roll. I haven't found anything else that I like. I really like this. And it lasts me a very long time. So I don't know why it is. This doesn't come off very well. So I gotta work at it for a minute because it sticks. What color and where do you get the glitter? The color is root beer from Glitter Glams. So. The characters, Deshawn. Oh my gosh, yeah. I had to do a lot of like muting when I would hear my kids or anybody come up the stairs. So, the Louis Vuitton, I did have to resize it. I measured the top and the bottom of my cup, and I went with a bigger, just a little bit bigger, and I end up with 2 rows left over out of my 9-inch. Love the root beer, Alyssa. And Brittany, I think we went over, yeah, Walmart carries that too. Nice. I don't have a lot of Walmarts around here. I literally live like 6 minutes from downtown Portland, so we don't have a lot of Walmarts. The Maker, Deshawn, Maker is the best. It is absolutely the best, because the other one has like a dial that you have to do, and everything is computerized on the Maker. Hands down the Maker. Because I have the Air 2 also, and I probably should sell it. It's brand new pretty much, and I don't use it. I thought maybe I would use it, but I got lucky and I got 2. Because I thought I was going to be so busy doing shirts, but no. No shirts. Don't want to do shirts. This is the way to go. You definitely have to do a lot of maneuvering and pulling down on this one. The letters, for some odd reason, want to stick to the paper. I don't know why. But I'll tell you what, using these sharp tweezers definitely help pull away the paper from your contact paper. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. And I don't want to put my fingers on it too much, because then you get your oils on it. But these are seriously my best friend. But if you really want to get good tweezers, go to your local hobby shop, because people go in there to build the tiniest little cars with tiny little pieces of screws and nuts and bolts and everything. I'll show you in a little bit, but this is how I found that I use my epoxy, that I mix my epoxy, because I've heard through the grapevine that wood popsicle sticks cause way more air bubbles. So I've been using this, and I got this from the hobby shop, and I don't know what they do with it, but it works for me. And I got the best X-Acto knife from the hobby shop too. Can you purchase pre-cut? The only pre-cut that you can buy is probably 12 by 12, but I get literally huge rolls. It's cheaper. I get big rolls, and I just measure out 9-inch, 9. So, I have them in black. Oh, nice. Do you think you get the tweezers from Sally's? I've been to my local beauty supply house, and to be honest with you, I wasn't too impressed. This is like the best tweezers I could find at the beauty supply house, and they're not my favorite. I definitely would say anything that's pointy. I did get these at the hobby store, so you kind of can get ones that are, I mean, these are sharp, really sharp, but try your hobby shop. If you guys have one, I'm sure someone does, but my kids go there because they have RC cars, and yeah. So, almost done with this wording here. It's up, I don't know what it is, but it's a pain. I've tried pressing, I've tried everything. But, you know, sometimes it just takes a little time to do the most tedious things, and you kind of got to baby the letters. And once I get it up, I kind of push it right back down. Okay. See ya. Okay. So that's great. I always kind of like to make sure my letters are right, because once you pull them up a little bit, it can be a little crooked. Okay. So now I get to look and make sure I got it in the middle. And looks good. Just place it down. And voila. Looks pretty good on the top and the bottom. As you can see, the bottom is a little bit tighter than the top, but nobody. Rosie, 651 vinyl is where I usually get it. That's where I usually get my vinyl. It's quick. Thank you, Deshawn. Oh, AliExpress, I've seen that too. Alyssa, buy glitter, glitter, glitter. You gotta buy glitter. Yes. Yeah, I would definitely. I haven't seen any of the Hobby Lobby. No, I was thinking like a hobby, like we have a place called Tammy's Hobbies, which is all like airplane model stuff, model cars, model stuff, more for like boy stuff. That's where I found these tools. They had rows and rows of tiny little intricate tools that definitely helped me. So yeah, I am a licensed nail technician, Deshawn, and pedicure. I can do that too. So yeah, I love my tools. I've learned to be ambidextrous, but yeah. Transfer tape, Sandra, I do contact paper from Target, and hopefully I'll be able to kind of take my camera over a little bit and I'll mix some epoxy up and kind of show you how I put that on. It might be helpful. I know sometimes it's hard to see, but I learned a lot from other people on how to do a flood coat, and that way you could just flood it on and let it dry. Oh, I didn't see Lisa. It's okay. I did get these today at the beauty supply house because I've got my acetone in this and I put my alcohol in this, but I need to vinyl it up. But these are going to be good tools. And just to let you know too, this is the best thing. I know I saw it on here, but vacuum your glitter up. Vacuum your glitter up. It's the best. Amazon. I love Amazon. Okay. So I have 5 bottles. I love them. Love, love, love. And I actually use these little cups from Amazon. This is how I measure them. I literally just throw them away when I'm done. You get like 100 for a couple dollars. I did today get a silicone bowl. Actually, I got like 3 of them at the beauty supply house. So, and it's got little measurements in there too, but I'm just gonna go with what I know right now because I want to try that later. But I just bought a whole bunch of these. They were like so cheap. But I mixed my A, my B, pour it in here, mix, mix, mix. I usually run my heat gun on it just for a couple seconds just to kind of get the bubbles out and warm it up a little bit. But I'm still kind of learning on, I usually do 6 cups at a time when I'm epoxying, so I'm just going to do 1. So I'm okay if I have a little left over because I've got some really cute keychains that I wouldn't mind doing. So I'm probably, just if any of you know, the best way to do it is to measure by this. Don't measure by weight. Each one weighs a little different, and you're gonna have some sticky cups, so you want to do perfect on each side and make sure you scrape the sides. So I'll do 15 ml on each. So usually. Thank you. My, I'm so sorry if I don't get this right. Rhiannon. Those are from IKEA, and they're bag holders. So, our nurses traded me. Oh, yeah, yep. That's great. Hey, friends are nurses. I wonder if they have like tweezers and stuff. How do I keep the epoxy from getting hard so fast? What do you mean, Tina? Like when it's on the cup or when it's in here? Because it's not going to harden until I mix it, and then I'm going to go right over and put it on the cup. So that's a good idea, Sonia. Fife. They're Fife bottles, and you can get them at a couple different locations. So then I do take this to, and if I know that I'm gonna want to do more cups, I usually scrape, put this, save it in there, because it's not gonna harden until I mix. So then I'll put this aside. Once I mix it, Tina, once I mix it, you've got a little bit of time to work with it, but your best bet is to work within the next, or like the first like 5-10 minutes, I assume. I'm still kind of learning on that, but I know that you don't want to let it sit very long. The longer it sits, the more it cures. So, and I use Pro Marine. Yep. Can you tell me that the vinyl is gold metallic? I love metallic everything. And I'm addicted to baby wipes, by the way. Costco. I use a lot of them. Our whole family does. So just mix her up and scrape the sides. You want it to be white and cloudy. You're gonna get bubbles. You're gonna get bubbles. My bubbles seem to work themselves out when I epoxy. I definitely use the heat gun on it, and I'll go through that with you too. So I'm kind of excited to be able to show you guys that. Yes, Linda. Oh my gosh. I think we have them in every bathroom. We have them in the bedrooms. I mean, kitchen, car. I mean, my son is 9, and those boys, that's all they use. Courtney, it's root beer from Glitter Glams. So yeah. You're gonna get some bubbles. And I don't do this very long. Just to get it a little warm. You don't want to cook it. It's not gonna cure it. And there are times that I may not heat it up. I may just put it on there. But I notice if you leave your epoxy sit for 5-7 minutes and go back and you need to put some more on there, on your cup, the epoxy does warm up on its own. Loretta, I have seen, and I have personally seen myself, that when I use the wood sticks, it causes way more air bubbles. I don't know if it's the material and it's porous, but for some reason I've just noticed, and you know, I bought a whole box of them, but I'll use them to scrape them out. But yeah, Marquita, I do. I heat it up a little bit before I apply it to my tumbler. And baby wipe, got a little baby wipes. So, tricky part, I'm gonna try to put you on the edge of my, don't mind me, just gonna see if I can move you over here. Oh boy. I got this. I know that I could carry you over, but I might not be able to keep the light on. So give me a minute. That way I can carry you over with me, and we'll turn the light off. This'll work. Then I can place you over here. This is all new, so I'm trying to figure out what works. Don't mind my messy room, because it's a closet too. Oh, it's an office too. Okay. Okay, I'll try a little there. And so go ahead and put it here. Metal stick. Metal stick. Metal. Martha, metal stick. Please tell me where the metal stick is. This is my cup turner, maybe? Is that what? Thank you, Deshaun. I actually have seen, I watch so many videos and so many people talk about getting a 1-cup turner, and I just thought, you know, the best thing to do is just get the 6-cup. Now I want more. Now I want another 6-cup turner. I just don't have room in here, so. But got to use your nifty glass, or your gloves. So, oh, the stir. I got the stir, Lisa. I got that at a hobby shop, like Tammy's Hobbies, like a, well, you guys wouldn't have Tammy's Hobby, like a hobby store for like remote control cars. I will say I probably have seen so many people get theirs built by people they know or this or that, but the best thing I did was just go out and order this online. Yeah, I stirred the epoxy. Hopefully I made enough. So this one turns each way, but I prefer it to turn this way, so sometimes I gotta turn it on 3 times there. So. And I put stickers on the bottom of my cups, on most of them, for my business, or whatever you want to call it. Not business, but just to say, do not, or hand wash only, do not soak, and not dishwasher safe. So, oh yay, Caroline, you lucky. I got this from Tom B's Patisseries. So, I literally take this and flood pour it. And then I just wipe it on. We'll see if I need to make a little bit more, but yeah, sometimes it takes just a tad bit more, but I learned this from Amber. Love my Amber. She, I would have never known about this. And this is why it's awesome to have these. And I just take a little at the bottom. I kind of like to do a little bit more flooding at the end, because it seems like sometimes it's kind of hard to get the epoxy there. I go around the lip. And sometimes you just kind of pour it and wipe your hand across it. And I like to take just a little bit of time just to see if there's any that I've missed in the area. I did pretty good. I kind of made yesterday a little leftover. Working on just my first little blank. But you can kind of squeeze out what you have. Sometimes you'll see little areas, little fisheye pockets. And sometimes I'll take my popsicle stick. If I see one little area, I'll take it and kind of drizzle it a little over 2 6-cup, you lucky duck, Tanya. More so we can see the bottom of the cup. Bottom of the cup. Is that good? Bottom of the cup. How many layers? This is my 3rd layer. I usually do 2 before vinyl, 1 right after glitter. Then I do another coat to make it smooth so I can put my vinyl on. And then bottom of the cup. Bottom of the cup. You mean under here? Or, oh, the bottom here. Yes. After I get this done, I will take the camera and show you for sure. Definitely. But yeah, this is my 3rd layer. I've been lucky so far that I haven't had to do any more, but this is why they call it flood coat, because literally you're just kind of, and if I see any spots, but it looks pretty good. And then I'll take my heat gun on it. But I'll tell you what, I go to the local restaurant companies where you can buy your stuff. It's kind of like a Costco, but it's a restaurant store. I don't know, cash and carry. I buy their sandwich wraps. And I love them. I lay them under here. I use them for my glitter. And I buy the pans there. These pans I've had for months, and I just take these off and switch them out. And I can also do my epoxy on there. So let me show you this, and then I'll show you the end. So literally I just put my gun on it. I do. I go around the rim. Yep. I won't delete the live. No way. My cup turners from Tom B's Cuptisseries. So I see one little area that's got like a little fisheye. So is what I'm gonna do is literally I just kind of watch and kind of wait for it to come around and drop a little on there. It actually works good. The only way that it wouldn't work really good is if you've got oils on there and it just will not go. So, you know, you'll have to do another coat of epoxy for sure. When I'm done, I'll definitely show you the bottom. But it's crazy how these cups, when they hit this stage, they become my babies. They become, okay, need to take care of them, need to watch, need to make sure there's no flies in the room, need to make sure that you get the air bubbles out, need to make sure that you're not have a ton of pooling of, you know, epoxy. If for some reason when this coat is not going to be fully perfectly smooth, I will put on another really thin coat after this. And that's okay, because there isn't a lot on there. It's not that thick of a cup. So, but that's why you want to have your second layer of epoxy really smooth. And if you have to, sand it, epoxy, light coat. But sometimes if you need, just run that along the edge. And it's self-leveling, so usually if you've got a good turner, it'll level itself out. How did you do the template? I didn't. I bought it off of Etsy, and I did apply it in 2-layer strips, 2 strips at a time. Once it's cured, do you have to wipe the cup with alcohol? I do not. I haven't had to. I haven't had to do anything once it's cured. I do, on the inside, I do take, let me show you real quick. I don't know if I have a cup to show you. Well, I do, actually. So I take this. Usually I sit down at doing this. But I take my X-Acto knife and just go around the edge. You're not going to hurt your cup. Not at all. You see how that comes off? And is what I do after I wipe all this down. I take a rag. I take a microfiber rag and I wipe the inside with acetone, pure acetone. So then you just, and then since it's on this part where I need to do another coat of epoxy, usually I take either a little buffer and buffer on the edges so it kind of takes away the roughness. So, Yvette, what? Oh my God, me cutting it? My template. So I looked where I did, and we tried to look it up earlier, and it's not there anymore. So I need to see what we can do. I don't know if I can share it or what. I have no idea. We'll have to look into that. But it's kind of fun to clean up my cups, but you're not going to hurt it at all. Not that I've ever experienced, but what kind of buffer? I use a nail buffer, actually. I just bought a whole bunch of these, and instead of sanding it completely, I buffed it. Can I see your buffer? Yeah. Hi, honey. Yeah. So this, just like a nail buffer.
Why is there a heater right here?
Because I'm on live right now. Hold on. Yeah. Where did you get that really pretty blue vinyl on the back? This is all 651 vinyl, actually. Yeah. yeah, and these are actually IKEA bag holders, and I just spray painted them because teal is my favorite color. So if you want to share it, I would pay for it. Oh, you don't need to pay me. I just need to figure out logistics and all that stuff on how that works. So, but yeah, I guess I got lucky on that one. It's awesome. Yeah, for sure. I would love to share it. Since it's not on there anymore, I mean, do use fine grit sandpaper. So let me get it. When I sand my cups, I use the 220 grit. I've had a lot of people that have said that they do a wet sand sometimes. I've never done that. I haven't had to really sand a cup, but I think I do need to coming up. Hold on, let me show you. I'll show you a mess up. Boy, did I mess up. Look at that. I do not know what happened. Those are some fish eyes. That is the worst cup I've ever had. I freaked out, called my girlfriend Amber, and it could have been oil. It could have, who knows? I don't know. But that is probably either going to be sanded down. No, it's going to be stripped because that's pure glitter, and I can't sand over the glitter. It'll destroy the glitter. So this will be soaked, but it was my cup. It was fun. It was new. So, yeah, they're bag holders from IKEA, Tina. Yeah, I have a lot more vinyl. I just don't have any room to hang them up. So I've got them in bins and drawers, but I've been collecting as I go. So definitely collecting, but this was a fun cup if you guys ever want to do alcohol ink. It's kind of fun. This one is Indian ink. I just epoxied and dropped that down. We'll have to do a tutorial on that sometime. That was fun. So, and this was one of my very first cups that I did. I was very proud, trying to learn ombre. Very first cup. Like Walmart cup. Yeah. Thank you. Well, hopefully, let me hit this again. And I'm going to show you the bottom of my cup. I promised I would. And we'll show the cup. One tiny little spot. It's driving me nuts. Okay. I don't know, but I don't want to tell my husband. Yeah, a lot. So, yeah, hopefully I start making money, but I have a lot of cups orders coming in, just like basic. This is how I start. This is going to be a blue teal. This is going to be a, it's pink, and it's going to be a breast cancer awareness cup. I've got a lot of different cups on the line, so I'm kind of excited about that. Where did you get your AMI and is cut from? AMI, Amy, where did you get your and cups from? Just where did I get my cups from? I get from Hog, I get from Save a Cup, and some Walmart. Yeah. Pink thing. It's a heat gun. Amazon. Yep. It's the best thing ever. I spray paint the base. Yep. Spray paint. That way, if I'm going to do pink glitter, I'm going to spray paint my base pink. If I'm going to do teal or blues or black, I'm going to spray paint the base of my cup the color of my glitter. And it's going to stand out a lot more. If I can, Lou, I need to check on that. So let me check on that. It's my first live, and I just want to make sure I follow all the rules. Save a Cup is where people buy cups, but usually you have to order in big quantities. Yeah, Skinnies. Oh, Skinnies. I got them from Hog and Save a Cup. Yeah, most of mine are from Save a Cup because I can order in bulk. And the more you order, the lower the price goes down. And I'll tell you another good thing, if you guys have a Costco or a Sam's, these are the best things to get. They're silicone mats. As you see, I've me let go of you here and hold on here. I'm still learning this. Turn it on. These silicone mats are awesome because you can just, your epoxy lays on it and you just flick it off. So I got these, like 3 of them at Costco for like $9.99, so it's cool. Spray paint, not Chiron. I have to remember what it's called. A big name paint. I don't remember. It's at Home Depot. So yeah. Oh, let me show you the bottom. So there's the bottom. So I actually got the stickers made. I designed the bottom, and I like the fact that I can put kind of a reminder that do not soak. That is printable vinyl, and I actually took the printable vinyl and put Mod Podge over it to seal it on the ones that have color, and the ones that don't have color I actually sprayed with my triple thick. So, and let them dry. And yes, this is what I use to spray my glitter. I don't spray in here. I just happen to have it. But yeah. Yes, root beer. Yeah. Well, I hope that you guys enjoyed my first live, and I hope this gets posted. It should. Oh, and I was going to show you too, if you guys are really looking for a good ventilation system, my husband put plexiglass in the window, and we bought this vent off Amazon, and it sucks the air out, and it is the most amazing thing ever. So the plexiglass actually fits over the whole window. Hi, Emily. Yay, Emily. You're gonna have to do a replay. But thank you, Tina and Tracy. Alyssa, thank you. So anyway, hopefully that was all helpful. But I've met amazing people today, and thank you for watching, and thank you, Sonia, and thank you, everybody, Melinda. So I'm gonna sign off, and hopefully this gets posted, and when you do replay, maybe just hit replay. So thank you so much. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.